Thanks for joining us on this edition of National Focus. I'm Mervin. Coming up, the Government of Dominica will soon launch the pilot program for climate resilience. Titus Francis is the new mayor of the Portsmouth Town Council, and the 16 Morne Prosper farmers receive assistance from the Chinese Agricultural Technical Mission. Stay tuned for details of these and other stories after this.
A lot of bathtubs are blamed for bruises. Some staircases are accused of being responsible for broken bones. Doors are occasionally viewed suspiciously as causing lesions. A high percentage of tables are accused of producing bleeding or trauma. Violence against women is a crime, and it's everyone's responsibility. It's inexcusable. If you're a victim or witness of physical or psychological violence or abuse, seek help and denounce the perpetrator.
Welcome back. Time now for the details of the news. Titus Francis is the new mayor of the Portsmouth Town Council. Francis and 12 other councillors were officially sworn in during the council's 16th inaugural meeting on Wednesday at the Credit Union Convention Centre.
I pledge to work with you, all of you. I will serve with the best of my ability, with honesty, diligence, transparency, and respect for each other, and recognize the law of democracy and the right of persons to have their own opinion as well as the right to disagree.
Wednesday's meeting was attended by His Excellency President of Dominica, Charles Savre, and Mrs. Savre, Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, government officials, and the scores of residents of the northern town. Outgoing Mayor Cleve Seja highlighted the few accomplishments of the past council.
The last council has managed not to raise any additional debt burden, but in fact to reduce the debt burden on the Portsmouth Town Council. And we have done so, and we've still done works at the market. We have, through government and our PAL rep, we have done road rehabilitation in Granvilla. The big highway drain in Granvilla was under our term. Holland Street, Labour Street, Lovers Lane by the park, so now we have brand new road there. The public convenience, and these are some of the things, just some of the things that we have done. And we've been able to do these things under the cost that we've been given. We've been able to save monies and do additional works.
The newly sworn-in council is expected to initiate projects and programs designed to encourage residents of the town to become more involved in sports and recreation.
Our number one priority in sports and recreation will be to ensure that the lighting project for Benjamin's Park becomes a reality. And trust me, it will happen. Council will play its part in the Park Development Committee, all with the goal of finding and providing an enabling environment for our young people and all persons interested in sports of one kind or the other. We would like to redevelop the jogging trail which formed a part of the perimeters of the Benjamin's Park when it was redeveloped.
The Honourable Parliamentary Representative for the Cottage constituency, Reginald Austri, has high expectations of the new council.
This has to be a council that will set the tone for the continued development of the town of Portsmouth. We want to see the town of Portsmouth becoming like the municipalities in Guadeloupe and in Martinique and the French territories, where you're given certain autonomy that you can take and make certain decisions on behalf of your people, on behalf of your town. And the government has demonstrated in the past, because of all the programs and all the projects that were successfully executed by the outgoing council, 99.9% of the funding came from the central government, from the Dominica Labour Party government.
Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the Portsmouth constituency Ian Douglas says the new council is being sworn in at a time when the town of Portsmouth is experiencing major transformation.
Cabrits is being restored, the wrecks have disappeared and have been replaced by the Moroccan Hotel and the Fisheries Complex and the Indian River Tourist Facility. The Mang has now become Benjamin's Park, and government school has now become the Rosie Douglas Primary School. This is real change.
Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt's Carrot presented checks totaling $550,000 to the Mayor of the Council for the development of several projects, including the installation of lights at Benjamin's Park.
Some time ago, we gave $175,000 for the lights. That, I understand, was only sufficient to have purchased the infrastructure. You need now to build the stand and so forth, and you need an additional $80,000 to purchase this. I've been told also that the wonderful people who work so diligently seeking to keep Portsmouth clean sometimes do not have the tools of trade required to perform the task. And I've been told that the estimate for that is about $20,000, and we will make this available to you also.
The Portsmouth Town Council was first inaugurated in 1954. GIS News will bring you more details of Wednesday's ceremony in Friday's newscast. Dominica joined the rest of the world on Thursday in the observance of World Food Day. World Food Day is held annually on the anniversary of the formation of the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO. This year's theme is Family Farming, Feeding the World, Caring for the Earth. GIS News spoke with Winston McGlaw, Technical Officer at the Division of Agriculture and the Chairman of the committee responsible for coordinating World Food Day activities in Dominica. McGlaw informed that the committee, with the support of the Ministry of Agriculture, will be engaged in several activities throughout the week. These include the reading of messages from the FAO, various panel discussions and radio interviews, all geared at discussing the importance of family farms and sensitizing families to get involved in growing their own food. He spoke of one of the highlights of the week.
We organized a tour with Bismarck Farm, which is in Corona, where the students visited and experienced what is described as life, which is learning in a field environment to appreciate things of agriculture, biodiversity, looking at the system in a more holistic way, not just as planting and harvesting.
A second phase of this tour will be held this Friday. According to the FAO, this year's theme was chosen to raise the profile of family farming and smallholder farmers. It focuses world attention on the significant role of family farming in eradicating hunger and poverty, providing food security and nutrition, improving livelihoods, managing natural resources, protecting the environment, and achieving sustainable development, in particular in rural areas. Magla agrees that family farms are an essential contributor to food security on the island.
And understanding Dominica for what it is, an agricultural country, a rural country, invariably all members of the family at some point or the other are involved in the farming enterprise. So I think from a traditional perspective, we are a country of family farmers. In a lot of small countries, it is the family farms that provide the food required for food and nutrition security, provide employment at the rural level, and provide the wherewithal for farmers to do what they have to do with their children and educate them, etc., etc. So from that perspective, I think I wouldn't know exactly what drove them to select this as a theme, but it seems to me that the role that family farms play internationally would be enough reason for them to select that as a theme. And we think it's very important in our own circumstances in Dominica.
World Food Day was first held on October 16, 1981. In related news, the Vacars Village Council is encouraging residents to maintain healthy eating habits. This comes after an exhibition held in that community for the observance of World Food Day on October 16. Chairperson of the Vacars Village Council, Stella LeBlanc, says the council has hosted the event for the past 3 years.
We at the council here have taken a decision. The council is not just about cleaning drains and looking for what, clean the drains and cut the grass. We go further than that to teach the people to eat healthy and eat what we grow. Some people think if they don't have rice or macaroni and choose a spaghetti, they don't eat as yet. But we can show you this morning that we have enough to eat in vehicles. And anything you see there is not from Wheat Church IGA or Astafans, that is from vehicles people's hands.
Another councillor, Yolan John Joes, is pleased with the efforts of the council for World Food Day and encourages everyone to eat local.
By eating local, what we grow local, and going back to the culture of our forefathers, we can live longer and healthier lives. Because one of the reasons why our people are so young, we're eating too many things from the supermarket and things that come from overseas. So I would encourage Dominicans to eat what we grow, eat more local. And the farmers return to the farm and let us put our hands together to develop our country.
At the end of the exhibition, the non-perishable items will be donated to various institutions. Meantime, on this observance of World Food Day and the focus on family farming, GIS News had the opportunity to get a sneak peek into one of Dominica's top family farms. Kimani Seja tells us more in this report.
Lulalyn Edwards of Wesley has been a top banana producer and overall top farmer in Dominica for several years. Edwards recalls how she started.
The first time I start on my own, my father gave me a piece, planted for me the bananas there, that's where I start. And my father gave me a piece and then he told me, okay, after he planted it out, he told me take it from there. So I take it from there and I met with this husband of mine and I told him let's go, but he from Pizzofre. So he didn't believe in the bananas. He had more belief in his belief. So I tell him, let's take a chance, you never know. So I convince him and I get him to fall into the agriculture. We got a piece of land, buy it for ourselves, and then we went into agriculture.
She informed that at one time her entire family, that is her husband and 3 children, were involved in growing bananas. Presently, her 2 daughters have moved on to other full-time jobs, but her son has remained. Edwards says through the many challenges posed in the field of agriculture, her passion for the soil has caused her to persevere.
I just love it. I just love it and I just into it. And my family, I'll give them the encouragement and we have the encouragement between ourselves. We say let us work and work. We have plenty of bananas. For you to survive in bananas too, you have to have plenty. You have to have plenty of bananas. So with the encouragement from God, I just realized everybody leaving, everybody asking me, why are you staying? You're not leaving? You say, but I don't know, when the price was low, I was there. When the price come high, I still there.
Not only does her proper management and dedication to the trade benefit her family, but she is also able to provide a source of income to others.
I am the head manager of my farm. Everybody work with me, we work as a team, but I head of the team. So in the banana day, we employ 9 of us work in a banana day. So we employ 4 workers apart from ourselves. On a banana day, my husband pack, my son cut, and I do the washing and choosing of the bananas because you have to sort it out. So I sort it out to see what for England and what to put I can sell for the hucksters that want of you to buy.
Edwards says in order to succeed, the farm must be managed as an enterprise.
You have to have your records. You have to do bookkeeping just like he was in school. So I have to do my records because when those people come to do recording, every year I get a visit from one of those men out there. I get from Egypt, from all different parts of the Middle East. I get visitors to come in, they come in to do audit. So as one of the top banana farmers on the place, they always come to me. You have to make sure your records in place, your ribbons in place, your fertilizer, your bills, of your receipt for your bills. You have to make sure you know which pesticide to give, which not to give. Your field have to be how they want it to be.
This top farmer has received many accolades for the top quality crops she has produced over the years, starting from the first award she received from the Dominica Broadcasting Station for Top Farmer of Dominica. She also received 3 awards from the Dominica Banana Marketing Corporation and 3 awards from Fairtrade. In 2011, she received a Services Medal of Honor from the President of the Commonwealth of Dominica for top quality and quantity in the production of bananas. Edwards was particularly pleased to share one highlight of her career, a visit from Princess Anne, which coincided with her birthday.
That day was a very exciting day because that day was my birthday. So, tell me more about that day. That day, it was a special day, it was a nice day, it was a good day, it had a lot of... Well, before they came there, a month before the princess came, they came to visit my farm, get to know me, see how the farm situated, and to come in to see how they can think. There I see a lot of policemen, I see people, I see policemen all direct. All direction on the farm, we had a lot of visitors. It was good, it was good.
This year's theme for World Food Day is Family Farming, Feeding the World, Caring for the Earth. The theme was built to encourage the start of family farms globally. Lolalyn Edwards has this simple message for Dominicans.
Whenever you're going into agriculture, you don't do it a little bit. You try to take a big amount and you take it as a business. Don't go in it part-time, go in it full-time. Is that you want to achieve something, you put yourself in it, with all what you have, and you will achieve your goal.
Kimani Serjeant for GIS News.
Oh, thanks to Kimani for that report. In more news, the Government of Dominica is well into the implementation stages of the pilot program for climate resilience and will soon officially launch that project. The project, which came to the forefront in December 2013, is being funded by the World Bank to the tune of over 90 million EC dollars. The legal agreements were signed in June 2014. Project coordinator Colin Gay says a project of this magnitude is very critical for Dominica and needs to be implemented properly.
A project of that size there is very timely, and it will help build the resilience and readiness, I would say the resilience to critical infrastructures, for instance the bridges, the roads, there's slope stabilization has to be undertaken. Storm drains has to be built and developed to accommodate, especially to accommodate the volume of water that we are not used to. Like for instance, the December event, December 24th, 2013 event, which was not unexpected. We all know about the volume of water that was being carried downstream, and what happened to homes and critical infrastructure.
The project consists of 4 components, namely the prevention and adaptation investments, regional platforms for spatial data management, hazard and risk evaluation, and applications for improved decision-making, natural disaster response investments, and project management and implementation support. Officials from the World Bank will meet with the Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, Honorable Minister for the Environment, Dr. Kenneth Darrow, and other officials for the launching ceremony on October the 20th.
I think the project is very timely because we're talking about climate change, the impacts of climate change in Dominica. Since that Dominica is one of the most vulnerable countries in the world that's been impacted on an annual basis because we are in the direct path of hurricanes, and no matter what, we cannot shift Dominica. Dominica cannot be transferred to anyway. So measures has to be put in place for we, the government, the country, to adapt to the impacts of climate change.
The project management unit is expected to include an environment and social specialist, an administrative specialist, financial management specialist, a procurement specialist, monitoring and evaluation specialist, and a communication specialist. A project engineer will be attached to the project. The 16 farmers of Morne Prosper were recipients of a kind gesture from the Chinese Agricultural Technical Mission on Wednesday. With a commitment to develop Dominica's agriculture sector, the Chinese mission donated agriculture tools and supplies, which were presented by the Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Valley constituency, Dr. John Colin McIntyre. Honorable McIntyre says the donation speaks to the amicable friendship between China and the Morne Prosper community and by extension, the nation.
What you see here today is a partnership between the Chinese Agricultural Technical Mission and the Morne Prosper farmers. And we have, through the Chinese program, we have been able to form a proper relationship, and today we have a number of agricultural tools here, some planting material, some seeds, some trees, and some mulch. That's just the beginning. And what we want to do in Morne Prosper is to transfer some of the techniques that are used by the Agricultural Mission. When we established relations with China some 10 plus years ago, we wanted to make sure that we had an agricultural component. And I remember then I was the Minister of Agriculture, and I insisted that we should have an agricultural component under the Chinese relationship, the friendship we have had. And we have always made it clear that if we sleep with you in the day, we can work with you in the night, and vice versa. Meaning that if you are friends, we are friends forever. We don't play games with our friends. And today here with us, we have Son from the Technical Mission, is the head of the mission. And this is testimony to the fact that we are very serious.
He is confident that it will go a long way in assisting Dominica because of the community's significant contribution to local markets and hucksters. The MP indicated that the hope is to educate farmers on techniques adopted by the Chinese experts in areas of floriculture, aquaculture, irrigation techniques, soil preparation, plant propagation, seedlings. Emil Cardo, a young farmer from that community, is thankful for the contribution.
I'd like to give the Chinese Agricultural Technical Mission a very warm welcome, because they play a tremendous role in providing the plants, the tools, and Mr. McIntyre really working together with us to make sure our plots stay blooming throughout the year and making sure all the farmers cover on the agriculture.
Another farmer, Magdalene Wade, agrees that the gesture was significant and much needed.
I would like to welcome those Chinese for helping us, because we really need their help at this time. Because sometimes we get hurricane, we get storms, and all our plant wash out. And we are happy that they are giving us the plant and the seeds to go ahead with our farming. I'm a big agriculture farmer, me and my husband. And I very much appreciate what they are doing for us. And I hope they will continue doing their best for us. And Dr. McIntyre, keep strong, don't give up, hold tight.
The Honorable Dr. McIntyre is confident that the contribution will ultimately reduce the use of chemicals in the soil and aid in weed control. And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce is next with the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à ces nouvelles en créole. Non, moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, National Employment Program catégorie projet AC Roseau River Promenade. Parole celle-là sortie au ministre Employment, Honorable Dr. John Colin McIntyre. Attention, car aussi mettez à ces projets réhabilitation post office en Roseau.
Il y a un autre projet Balauton, il y a ça, Portersville. Nous avons l'eau jeune monde là, moi parler puis avec mon cas si moi ça météo et puis Nanton il a fait en mille à côté live côté gas station là. Mon cas pour yo météo là pour yo apprendre comme c'est construction by steel work tout c'est calé pour nous faire go misa pour chebe live Roseau comme c'est des paquets monter alors so moi les mettez toutes ces jeunes monde là pour yo travailler avec mon garder l'autre projet là il a fait à post office avec fait un petit travail là moi les parler pour ces monde là si se tape pour des temps non pas 2 temps mais comme pas jeune monde pour là pour faire yo comprendre ça nous qu'a fait avec nous que payer à NEP so NEP project ça c'est un projet hot gouvernement mon embrace premier ministre Roosevelt Skerritt because il a nous c'est bon Dominique bien bon pour nous en premier ministre comme ça hein.
On a nouvelle ministère santé Honorable Julius Timothy qui attendait grand meeting ministère santé qui a pris place en Saint Vincent et puis Grenadines. Si l'on a communiqué qui sorti Meeting ça très important qu'on discussion qu'a en place, taper en stratégie pour assister débat viral diseases, ça c'est maladie considère chicken, gonia et puis Ebola. Plusieurs agences régionales et puis internationales qui attendent des meetings là, et puis aussi qui assistent à développer stratégie pour mettre en compte ces vieilles maladies là. Ces ministres là qui ont aussi discuté World Pediatric Project, ça c'est pour faire et puis traitement des enfants et puis pour explorer manière de projet là, targeter plus d'enfants pays OICS. Ça fait médicaments OICS qui ont aussi discuté. Directeur OICS, Dr. Titus Jules, tika aussi expecté pour attendre meeting là. Alors nouvelle Dominique Bonche et puis la Western Latin aujourd'hui, observance journée manger mondiale internationale. Si l'homme même comité qui organise l'activité d'Ilia Coffee Weeks, attention mettez assez agriculture familiale.
La journée ça là, c'est une journée nous avons observé tous les années. Ça c'est le 16 octobre, ça c'est anniversaire les FAO commencé. Et bien, jour ça là, nous avons mis attention à les affaires agricoles et les affaires manger, qui manière nous avons produire manger bah moun tout en la terre. Pour nous ça là, nous mettons toute attention nous à les qui moun qui a produit manger ça là. Et puis FAO et puis différentes organisations tout le monde la terre, yo ka dit c'est pour famille pour tuer manger ça là. Comme ça nous ka essayer faire. C'est pour faire monde changer, c'est pas yon seul sept monde qui ni pour tuer manger. C'est pas maman seulement avec papa seulement qui ni pour planter manger. Tout même en famille ni pour venir ensemble, il y a assez travail pour tout le monde faire. Et puis nous avons plusieurs situations en Dominique même, nous avons regardé, il y a plusieurs familles qui travaillent comme une unit. Et bien, ils ont fait des affaires en affaires agriculture. Et puis, ils ont des bénéfices là. Hier, nous menons jeunes enfants de Saint-Luc et Massacre, l'école Massacre et puis l'école La Pointe, pour y manier une famille en Corona. Don Francis et puis famille, il y a 10 smart femmes et puis il y a manger tout ça, il y a manger, il y a potuer en les femmes ça là.
Monsieur Ellington Sabine Hot-Guantans a aussi assisté par à cette occasion ailleurs.
Les femmes n'ont pas fait plus travail là parce que ma maman et papa ont plus vieux parce que moi, ils ont pas fait travail là quand on m'a aidé à faire. Et nous avons planté l'obité, nous avons planté les légumes, nous avons planté des yams, bananes, patates, nous avons levé bête cochon et bœuf. Et il est important parce que si vous n'avez pas manger pour manger, vous ne pas ça vivre. Et c'est ces gens qui ont planté, c'est eux qui ont supporté, c'est eux qui ont bassé, c'est la reste à payer la manger. Pour moi, c'est plus important. C'est un bon bité parce que le gouvernement a mis emphasis à ces agriculteurs, ces gens qui ont planté, parce qu'il y a des gens à pays là qui ne savent, ça c'est les gens qui ont fait, ils ne connaissent pas l'importance de ces gens-là. Le gouvernement a fait connaître ça, le gouvernement a fait les gens savent là, et ça bon.
Finalement, State College Dominic tient une cérémonie de graduation pour 992 étudiants qui reçoivent un certificat en divers aspects. 298 reçoivent associate degree en parmi 27 qui tapent honors. Étudiants ont toutes 4 facultés en parmi 200 avec Yon, Arts and Sciences, 38 Applied Arts and Technology, 27 Science Santé et puis 12 Faculté Éducation. Feature l'adresse délivrée par ancien étudiant Clifton Jubilee College, Dr. Byron Winston, Président His Excellency Charles Savren et Madame Savren, Premier ministre Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit et Speaker Honorable Alex Boyd Knight, en parmi d'autres officiers à la cérémonie qui prend place en l'occasion State College. Aujourd'hui, messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelles en créole pour à présent. Au moins, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Au revoir.
Coming up next, your tip of the day.
DOWASCO recognizes that clean water is vital to healthy living. Therefore, it spares no effort in providing a clean, safe, and reliable system. Help keep our rivers safe and clean. Do not cut trees along the river banks and do not pollute with garbage, human or animal feces, and chemicals. Think water, think life.
Engaging in casual conversation with others may help keep you as sharp as doing a word puzzle, according to some studies. Just 10 minutes of daily chatter appears to improve mental function and preserve memory. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website at news.gov.dm. Like us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News Production team, I'm Mervin. Thanks for watching.